Episode 90. Can't believe it. 3 months. 3 months on the channel already. That has gone so quick. And what a ride it's been. So thank you all so much. Honestly. What? 35,000 subs. Loving doing these videos. I love doing this channel. And so thank you all so much for the love and support. Honestly, it means the world. I didn't think we'd be here at this point. I just wanted to say that before we get into today's episode. I've got a really good episode for you all today. Some UFO footage that you've never seen. And it's just make sure you watch until the end. Alright, because I've got some golden videos. Alright, all different types of UFOs in this video. So give this video a like. Thank you all again for an amazing 3 months. And I really hope you enjoy. Right, to start this episode off, I've got a pretty crazy video to show you. And this was filmed yesterday. This is live from the news. Alright, there's no editing involved or anything. This is straight from the TV, from the news channel itself. You can go back and watch it. But take a look. Watch in between this area here, what comes out of the clouds. What is that? But if you notice, something appears up here first. But if you look closely, you can see something here. What is that? That looks like a craft. And then it disappears and turns black and shoots off that way. Look. Disappears. See it again? See? It just disappeared and then shoots down. That's crazy. That's on the news. That is on the news. And this video was posted, and it's crazy to me how these videos don't go like super viral. But you saw the craft first in the clouds, and then it shot down. Once I don't know if it knew it was being recorded. I don't know. But leave your thoughts down below. Alright, so these paragliders were flying out in Colombia, alright? These two just here. Imagine if this happened to you. And look what's up there. Can you see that? I'll try and zoom it in for you. That's a sphere UFO right above their heads. And this is straight off their camera feed. Imagine seeing that above your head. And they don't know what this is. Alright, we've all heard of the booger sphere, the sphere UFO. This is the best footage we've seen of it so far. In HD, in real time, above these people's heads. Imagine how that must have been for them, knowing that that was just above them like that. See, look at it.
Alrededor de las 11 de la mañana aprovecharon las corrientes térmicas para despegar desde una zona alta cercana al Cerro del Picacho. Durante el vuelo fueron seguidos por una esfera de...
Right, that's not a balloon. You see the way it was above their heads and completely changes direction. Watch it here, look. Then it moves off to the right. That's not a balloon. And this is what they think it is. The same thing that's been seen hundreds of times all over the world. Look how close it was to their heads. So I wonder what the intention was of that orb. Maybe it was interested, thinking, man, what are they doing? They're jumping at these humans, are jumping out of a plane, alright, with these parachutes on. Who knows? That's possibly the best footage I've seen of that UFO so far. And it was so close to them. Imagine if they just had a harpoon or something just to try and net it. They were that close to discovering one of the biggest phenomenons, can't say that word, phenomenons, of the world right now. Right, this is a very, very interesting video. Look at these 4 UAPs in the sky, and this was taken on the 4th of December this year by an infrared camera. And look at these 4 things right here. Dead silent as well, by the way. But yeah, let's see what happens. Apparently they're moving really fast. So that's crazy. So as you can see, I wonder if it's one UAP or 4 separate ones flying in formation. But the reason why I think this video could be real is because up here in the sky, you can actually see other planes and stuff, satellites moving around. And then if you actually zoom in, you won't be able to see it. But if you zoom in, each one of those crafts goes exactly behind each stick. So that'd be very hard to fake. What is going on in our skies at the moment? So if any of you have any cameras, I can guarantee you that you'll probably capture something going on. If you just angle it towards the sky, you'll probably catch something. There's that much happening in our sky at the moment that they're saying if you just simply look at the sky with any device, you're going to catch something. That's how much is happening in our Earth skies at the moment. So if you do have any footage you want to send me, reach out to me on TikTok, post it, tag me in it, and I'll watch it. Right, I do apologise. The resolution on this video is not very good. All right, but this person was basically filming a storm in the distance from their bedroom window, and they capture. See this little object? It comes out of the storm. All right, if we've all seen War of the Worlds, you know the capsules come through the lightning. That's what could be happening here. That's why I think the aliens are traveling. Either they're hiding in storms or they're traveling. That who knows? All right, I know that's a proper tinfoil hat thing to say, but take a look at this video anyway, because look, you'll see it drop out of the clouds. So my first thought was it could be rain, a droplet on the window that the person was recording out of, but there's no other droplets. And if you notice, this tree here, it goes behind it. You know? See? And there's no other droplet. And that looks like a capsule. Look at that. Look at its shape. That's insane. And I really feel like it just appears out of the cloud. Look. See? The cloud opened up here. And then this capsule thing comes out of it. Bang. Two things. I really hope this video is fake. If it is, it's very well done. If it isn't, we're cooked. Alright, we're in deep trouble. I do think the perfect way for aliens to invade us or to hide would be in weather events. You know, if they could create storms, they could just fly in their UFO and go, alright, Gary, what one do we want? Do we want a tornado? Bang, press a button. And then they all just go through the ground. I don't know. But leave your thoughts down below. I wanted to show you this video, and I would just play these videos, but I need to tell you context because you're not going to know. But this person's basically filming a storm, and I wanted to show you this because of what I said about storms. It's very weird, and I think aliens are definitely, like, there's some connection there because UFOs are always seen more around thunderstorms than anywhere else, and nuclear power plants, right? There's a storm off in the distance, and watch these lights. There's a lot happening in this video, so make sure you pay attention, all right? So look at that light there. There's storms going off. Watch that light. Could be a plane. But there's a lot happening here. Here you go, look. There it is. See it come out? Look. See how quick that thing was? So the sky lights up, and then something comes out of the sky. Look. See it? Just enters right there. Look at that thing. And then it just sits there. Here. What is happening? Zigzagging all over the place. Bang. Stops. And just sits there. How creepy is that? And I actually know what this person, because this person posted this and said, what did I just see? And it came directly above those two storms happening. So let me know if you agree with me on that, if you think something strange is happening with the storms and the UFOs. I mean, think if that was a UFO, right? Look at how quick these things are moving. Half of us won't even be able to see these, even if we were looking for it. That would be so hard to see.
This is Monument Valley on the corner of Utah and Arizona, United States. Now, if you notice, these are cut blocks in the ground. And I've been trying to tell y'all that ancient people had technology that they don't tell us about. So how did these blocks happen naturally? I know there's going to be someone that drops in the comments and defends the Matrix programming. to try to explain how this is natural. These cuts, look at that cut. Look at these cuts all throughout the land here. You can see it's pre-cut. Y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, right? These cuts, it starts at the edge, and then it goes all the way through here, even down up in here. And
Wow.
on the right side where my finger can't see my finger, but over there too.
Do you know what I'm thinking this is? I really feel like these are the ones that were cut and taken to Egypt. The Pacific rock that was used to build structures. But look how they've been cut. This isn't humans that did this. There's no way. There is no way. I reckon it's a big UFO with a pizza cutter coming out the bottom of it.
This looks like somebody took a pizza cutter and just pre-sliced.
I can promise you I did not watch the video before I recorded it. I can promise you. How funny is that?
The pizza. So you just grab your piece. That's what that looks like. This is pre-flood. The reason why we know it's pre-flood is because there are fossilized sea creatures all up in this whole area on these rocks, these cubes and stuff. So they were building something back then, and then the flood came, and this is the evidence. This is not natural. This is not natural. Okay? No. Let's continue. We wouldn't even know about this unless this independent guy found this stuff. This is a cube. Look at those dimensions. Right angles. How did they do this? How did they do this? How did they cut the earth like that? Laser technology, people. I'm trying to tell you, ancient people had mad tech. And we're impressed with the iPhone. Okay? They cut the earth like this. And it's like, what were they building? Stuff like the pyramids and stuff, monoliths is what they were building. So what is the point of this video? The point of this video is to get you to question the mainstream information and question what you're being told. Because they conveniently forgot to tell us about this in school. They skipped that part. All right? Intelligent human beings, probably with the Nephilim giants, were cutting these blocks out to build monoliths and temples and all kinds of stuff back in the day.
Yeah, how do you explain that? You know, where's the explanation for this? Because he's right, that's not natural. And you can't do this by human hand. You can't. You know, these blocks, you know, how long would that take you to cut this with manual tools? Days? Weeks? Months? And they had hundreds of these blocks that weigh tons, like that, 600 tons.
But they didn't tell us about this. Why? Why are they hiding that? Okay? And they're going to tell you that the pyramids were built by hand chiseling rocks out of the mountainside, perfect cubes, to build the pyramids and stuff like that. No, they used technology like lasers, and who knows how they hoisted these up. They probably had some anti-gravity stuff.
I think the reason why we don't know is because the people that do know don't want us to know. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, and there's people out there in the world that I think know what happened. They know 100%, and they're not telling us because I think it would really freak us out, and they want to protect the secrets of the ancient world. And they had stuff that we didn't. You know, you look at these ancient structures that are like 4,000 years old, 5,000 years old, and we can't build that now. We can't even replicate it. So it's mind-blowing. I 100% think that everything we've been told about the ancient world, not all of it, but a lot of it, it could just be a load of rubbish. I know a lot of you agree on me on that, but let me know. Comment down below what you think about these blocks and how do you think they did it? Do you think it was giants, aliens, Nephilim, laser cut, you know, pizza cutters? Just write a comment down below.
این چهار تمام از این نایسیمانیا گذاشتیم که برای شولات واریزی بعضی مشکلات هایی که بچه ها مثلا وارد میشه اینا باعث میشه که دیگه این مشکلات ها پیش نیاد. این از جدار هم کده اینا بهتره چون اینا دیگه نمیپوسن نه رسوب میگیره.
Where is he going? Is he going to China or something? Is he going to come out the other side of the earth? Is this what's happening here?
تمام این 185 متر همش نای داره. هیچ جای باز نداره که باعث وارزی شود.
It's still going. Do you know what's stressing me out? Sorry to pause it, but he's dragging his foot along the side. What happens if you get his foot stuck on something? Because if that rope breaks, mate, you're going to the top. You're going straight to the Earth's core, mate. By the looks of things. Where is he going? Is he going to hell or something? Don't turn your light off, mate. Surely. Whoa, look at it now. How did they even dig this out?
از اینجا روی 120 متری شروع میکنه با آب دیگی. همینطور که رگای آب که مثلا
Where is he going?
به هر رگ آبی که میخوره کم کم تا رو 185 متری دیگه روزانه آب دیگی داره. تا رو 180 متریش یه رگ آب خیلی قوی خوبی داره که
Oh man, this video is horrible. Where's he going? And what? Surely it can't be good for you to go that far down. Surely not. And it goes to show, doesn't it? I wonder how much is actually under the earth that we don't know about. There's a lot of space.
دیگه لوله‌شان دیگه پر شده الان.
Is that people? There's a person.
بیا خب ما اینجا یه سکو زدیم که یعنی بیا پایین بیا خب الان ما اینجا یه سکو
You got to be a certain type of person to do that job, to literally just go down to the center of Earth. I don't even know what they're doing. Like I said, imagine how much stuff is hidden in the middle of the world. Like, that were underground structures that we don't know about. And bearing in mind, this is what the Egyptians did with the pyramids. They dug these 1 kilometer deep tunnels, but they're perfectly cut. You know what I mean? When you see these things, right, for what they are, how did the Egyptians do this with no machinery? How? I don't understand. I know we did a video on the pyramids yesterday, but yeah. Fair play to that dude. There is something I want to talk to you about quick. And I know some of you avoid attachment. I know some of you do that. Because I was that way as well. And I want to ask you, why are you so scared about caring for someone or letting someone care for you? Because I know you keep everyone at arm's reach. You keep everyone away from yourself because you're scared that if you let them close, you're going to be betrayed. And I know that you think they might see you how you see yourself. If you're not confident, if you have low self-esteem, but that's not always the way. Why not take the risk? Because you might find something amazing. I know there's some young people watching me. It doesn't matter. People of all ages this applies to. And I was this person that never let anyone close. And I'm still like this in my nature. To keep everyone at arm's length because I put expectations on people. To what I give them, they must give to me. And that's not a good way to think. When you let go of expectations, it brings you peace. So try and open yourself up to people. Because you might be surprised. Don't put too many walls around yourself because you're not keeping people out. You're keeping yourself in. You're making yourself your own prisoner in your own world. So I really hope that you open that door at some time and let someone in. Let someone in to your heart because you might be surprised. I always reflect about who I was as a person and how much I've changed, and this is something I used to do. So I knew I wanted to talk about it today. And I know a lot of people are scared of love, scared of being attached because they're scared of losing something. But we'll lose everything in life eventually. So yeah, I know that got a bit deep, but that was on my mind. So let me know what you thought about today's video, and I'll see you all tomorrow. See you then.